by Gobert.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder. Fires the three. Well, this could be a sign of things to come. He's 3 of 4 from downtown to start the game.
And a dangerous thing for the defensive team, he has fresh legs. That was great lift on that jump shot.
Oh, whistle.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
First one goes down. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Inside, he scores.
These two teams are matching basket for basket. If the pace of the game is going to be like this, I need to start stretching.
George buries it. Gets off a three at the buzzer, and it's no good as time's run out here in the first quarter. 1 quarter down in this deciding Game 7, and we're back after this. You're tuned into the NBA Finals on EA Sports. Good start to this one. After 1 quarter play, on to the second period. Jay, neither team was able to get control to start this one.
Yes, I do, but the first thing you have to expect is that this game is very similar to a relationship. There are a lot of ups and downs, but you have to be committed to the process. Both teams are committed, they'll find their flow.
Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. To Gobert, not that time. Rejected.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
And a backcourt violation. Schroeder to Adams. Going to launch beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Gobert. Great feed. Stuffs it down with authority. He climbed the ladder on that one.
Well, the question is, how big is the ladder? He's still climbing.
Thunder with the basketball. Runner's good there.
There's certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Shot from the lane won't go. Schroeder with the basketball. Leads a bucket. And too much contact.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. George hits the trifecta. At his size on the wing, that's a tough matchup on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, let me tell you about why he's so great defensively. He gets up into you and forces you one way. Does not give you an option to dance with the basketball. That wingspan, that frame, that size, that strength, and that lateral quickness. Oh, there's no getting by Mr. George.
And a whistle.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal.
That's called game plan execution.
Someone's not going to be happy about that. You have to be careful on the inbounds.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Now a whistle and a timeout for Utah as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Billy Donovan will switch a few things around. Utah with the possession. Rubio. And look out.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Westbrook into the front court. His team up by 7. Westbrook. And the rebound taken down by the Jazz. Working the outside. To Joe Ingles. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Thunder. Ferguson slams it down.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Rubio. 4-3. Won't go down. Westbrook across the timeline. It's an 11-point game. Defender was right there. He has to know better.
Misses happen. Don't put your head down. Let that motivate you on the defensive end. Use it for something positive.
Now pass taken away by the Thunder. Oh, good defense by the Jazz as they come away with the steal. Ferguson. That's out of bounds. Last touch by the Jazz. So this remains Thunder basketball. Time for some new personnel into the game. George. Westbrook. Chance for Westbrook. No good.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
And draws the foul.
Ed, the reality is that good jump shooters know how to get those calls. Overall, though, there's less flopping in the game, which is great. But there's something uncanny about certain players' abilities to get those calls on a regular basis.
And gets both to drop at the line. OKC ball. George. He continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
Scores and the foul. Rudy Gobert count the basket, and now a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Free throw good. A three-point play, and they're back within single digits, down by 9. Split the D there, but he can't get it to drop. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
And hits the first free throw. So he hits the first, misses the second. Ferguson to Westbrook. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
The free throw, good. And they add one more to the lead. It's up to 11. Utah's got it. Rubio. That's out of bounds. Last touch by the Jazz. George. Rare miss the way he's been shooting. Shot's no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw is good to finish off the three-point play. And the margin down to 8. Paul George to Adams. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. And he connects on the first free throw. It's the second. One more coming. And he missed it. 2 for 3 on this trip. To Joe Ingles. Fires the 3. That's off the side of the rim, short.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
George. Schroeder, and a whistle.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
First one, counted. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. That's out of bounds. Last touch by the Jazz. George. That won't go. To Paul George from long range. He continues to light it up from downtown. 5 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and what's shocking, Ed, is that he's gotten so many open looks. Look, stay down in the stance, stay disciplined, stop losing him, stay attached to his hips, and force him to put the ball on the ground off those curls and finish over your bigs.
Schroeder to George. For 3. Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him. To Gobert. And stuffs it home.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
George, he's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Slams it down.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something, get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
George, it's good. He's endured a major injury. He's had a change of address, but you look at Paul George, he is in the prime years of his career.
And there's no doubt about it. This entire offseason, if I were Paul George, I would think about how do I constantly channel my self-assigned alter ego. Playoff P needs to step up to the court every single day and bring that energy.
Wow, 7 threes in this first half alone. This could be an all-time performance.
And the record is only 13. He's better than halfway there. But as a shooter, you have to remain lost in the battle. And you're only as good as your last shot. Don't beat that record, destroy it.
The Thunder have the possession to Paul George. Lets it fly from long range, trying for a 30-point night, but it's no good. To Joe Ingles. Ingles with a shot, no good. George can't go down. Smothering defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Joe Ingles, deep left corner. To Joe Ingles. Curling inside. Runner here, won't go down. To George. Here's a chance from long range. It was contested, but Paul George still dials in for 3. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
New blood coming in for both sides. Westbrook lets it fly from beyond the arc. Look out, if he's hitting those, could be a long night.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
It's Jazz ball. It's rejected by Noel, and that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder. Quinn Snyder's going to give a few of his guys a breather. Ferguson. Inside, he scores. The inner beast of Westbrook. Sheer determination.
I don't think anybody got the license plate or not hit and run. And there is no one, I repeat, no one in the game of basketball with the first step in the explosion of Russell Westbrook.
Down low for Gobert. To Favors. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
D. Favors may never become the star that some of us expected him to be for a guy taking 3rd overall in the 2010 NBA draft. But what he has done is build himself a very solid NBA career by being a strong, low-post presence.
The feed stolen away.
When you're outmatched talent-wise, you cannot get outworked. Get that ball back.
And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder. Time to shuffle things up. It's Mitchell controlling the offense to Gobert. Gobert shot no good. He missed it.
If I'm the player that just missed that shot, just because you're open doesn't mean you need to shoot. You can put the ball down on the ground and drive to the rim.
Favors to Gobert. Thunder have it. Flushes it home.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
And when the ball gets the defense rotating from side to side, you're bound to find opportunities for each other.
Beyond the arc for 3, and Gobert hauls in the rebound. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
There was so much debate going on about who is the best gem in the 2017 NBA draft. Was that Jason Tatum? But a lot of people think it's Donovan Mitchell. I have to agree. What a great find by Dennis Lindsey, the GM for the Jazz. At 13 overall, he wound up leading all rookies in scoring, averaging 20.5 points per game.
Ferguson to Westbrook. Fires the 3. Westbrook bothered just enough on that one. To Favors. Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
Westbrook. Not going down here. Joe Ingles. To Favors. To Schroeder. Throws it up. Flushes down the slam. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
And scores. Strong take.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
And that's rejected by Gobert, the stifle tower. And he stepped out of bounds, turns the ball over. Changes coming from both sides right now. picked up by the Thunder.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Jazz have the ball. Grayson Allen to Joe Ingles. Oh, they call him for the foul.
And you can't lunge like that.
Knocks down the first. Able to convert on both free throws. George. Shot off the mark. Good defense. Mitchell with the basketball. His guys can hold for the final shot. Stuffs it down with authority. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
Now a three. At the buzzer, we are at halftime in Game 7. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando as we go from Jay to Jalen. It's Jalen Rose with our EA Sports Halftime Report. First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Russell Westbrook with the rock. Knocked loose. That's out of bounds. Last touch by the Jazz. It stays with Oklahoma City. All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. And it's rejected by Favors.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
A good defense by the Jazz as they come away with it. Joe Ingles to Gobert. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
One free throw good, so he converts on the three-point play, and the lead down to 11.
It's me, I got this.
Easy pass to the rim.
Why not? Russell Westbrook is the only guy stopping Russell Westbrook. And when he decides to put his head down and go to the rim, he's going to the rim. It's that easy.
To Favors. Runners good there.
This is why I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Westbrook steps out and hits.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
And he throws it down. Rudy Gobert with the slam. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
It's Donovan Mitchell with the rock. Stuffs it down with authority.
I'm going to be real with you. I haven't seen any limitations in Donovan Mitchell's game. He's always on balance. And it doesn't matter if you hit him attacking the rim or off the dribble. You're never going to knock him off kill. The only thing you can do as an opponent is you have to make him work the entire length of the ball game. Pick him up 94 feet, get his legs tired, and hope that he makes bad decisions down the stretch.
The shot blocked by Favors.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
That is great vision to set it up. Russell Westbrook rocking the rim.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter, but still keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
My ball, my ball.
To Paul George. Going to launch beyond the arc. He was all over him. Here's Rubio up top. Trailing by 15. 4-3. Not that time. He missed it. Strong finish for Paul George.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Wait on it.
Robertson shot, no good. Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal. Taking advantage of the turnover. Jay, if you're Russell Westbrook, how do you take on the responsibility of getting them over the hump?
You have to own it, Ed. And that starts with owning the fact that, yes, you were the first player in the history of the game to average a triple-double back-to-back years, but that did not equate to your team being successful. Sometimes less is more. And he has to make sure that he's surrounded and allowing the players he's surrounded with to help him get to the next level.
Rubio to Joe Ingles. Fires the three. That one off the mark. It's no good.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Here's Rubio into the front court. Down a bundle. It's a big finish. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
George. Textbook defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Thunder with the basketball. George. It's rebounded by Mitchell. Favors to Joe Ingles. From long range. Cleans it up. Offensive board. And a putback slam.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
And they call it.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Paul George. For three. And Paul George good on the quick release there.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to your stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
To Joe Ingles. Lets it fly from long range. Still can't find his range from deep. It's no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Gets to the basket and scores.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Turns and slams it down.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
George. Rebounds pulled in by Gobert. And they call the foul. Careful there, Jim.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Donovan Mitchell with the rock. Here's a chance from long range. Off the mark. No good. Favors. Mitchell buries it on the catch and shoot.
Every once in a while, a player comes into the league without a lot of hype, but starts showing and, more importantly, proving himself every single night. Spider Mitchell is one of those type of generational players. And what's crazy to even think that a year ago, he almost decided to skip the NBA draft to becoming not one of the best players on his team, but one of the greatest players in the league itself. And how about this for a fact that will throw your mind? He finished his rookie season with a far better PER, that's a player efficiency rating, than other rookies, these rookies when they come into the league. That's John Stockton and Karl Malone. That says something.
Westbrook. Knocked loose. Jazz have it. Mitchell. It's George with the rebound. Oklahoma City's got it. George. Oh, he hits the three.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough two rather than an easy three.
And finishes strong.
It's a new day in sports when you see little guards dunk the ball like they're big. That's called a 40-inch vertical.
Westbrook with it. The lead stands at 9. It's Mitchell with the block.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
George, too easy. Defense has to communicate.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
To Allen. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. He was crowded. Grayson Allen off the mark.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
George trying to hit 50, but it's no good. No, great defense there, forcing the pickup. He shoots, off the mark. Slams it home on the putback.
An easy two, get back on defense.
Schroeder to George. Beyond the arc for three. Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Fires the three. George. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's the record. His 14th three-pointer in the game.
We have a national weather warning, excessive heat on the court.
And they retain the possession. Foot was on the line. It's a turnover. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. George. The shot by George won't go down. Passed it off. Stuffs it down with authority. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
And it's turned away by Gobert.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
I got balls.
Inside, he scores.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
George He just continues to knock him down from deep. That extends his NBA record for one game.
He's just shattering that thing. But he's a very smart player. Look for him next time, maybe to give you a head fake, crack into you, get to the free throw line. This guy is a proven scorer.
Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
To Paul George. 4-3. He engulfed him that time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Oklahoma City ball. Fires the three. Not that time. He misses. Oh, working hard there. Collects the rebound and gets it back up for the slam.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Great look and vision from long range. And drills it. Jay, spacing can be a beautiful thing.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Curling inside. Ah, the monster stuff.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
And they call the foul. Felt the breeze there, Jay.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Westbrook to George. Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there, but see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Grayson Allen. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home. Where did that come from?
It's like he got on an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
Utah ball. And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
First free throw is good. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Gets off a three. At the buzzer. That misses with a second to go. 3 quarters down. The Thunder in command of this one. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Utah with the possession. Grayson Allen. Thunder have it.
Don't play scared now. Let's push the ball. Let's get this lead up.
Westbrook to Adams. Oh, good work to step in front. The pass taken away. And finishes strong.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the ring.
Westbrook. Westbrook bothered just enough on that one. To Allen. For 3. Working hard on the glass. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Westbrook. No good. Westbrook. Lets it fly from long range. Russell Westbrook still gets it to go down with a hand in his face.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
And the rebound taken in by Adams. Here's a chance from long range. Second effort. Russell Westbrook powers it through.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Utah's got it. Oh, a whistle.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Joe Ingles. And it's George with the block shot.
And it's not just about blocking shots, it's about the physicality of the game. How about on all these down screens, your bigs are bumping these guys off the screen, allowing you to catch up to the play defensively. That's why you're playing so well.
Rocking the rim.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ball game.
To Westbrook. Jazz pick it up. Slam dunk, Derek Favors.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than there was defense.
To Joe Ingles. Rubio. That's off the side of the rim, no good. To Paul George. Strong finish for Paul George.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
To Rubio. Mitchell. And the rebound taken in by George. Thunder with the basketball. Paul George, and the defender over pursues, and he's called for it.
And you can't lunge like that.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. George. Oh, Gobert sends him packing.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
To the rim. Rubio. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. And he throws it down. Rudy Gobert with the slam. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
Paul George. And scores.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Mitchell not getting the bounce. Gobert to Rubio. Beyond the arc for three. It's good. That's the shot they wanted him to take.
And he is just turning up here in the second half. In the first, he didn't seem that engaged. Now, he seems hungry.
Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home. He dared them to get in the way.
So many players try to get pretty with the game. They want to dance. They want to do all these tricks. Maybe a God sham dive. But sometimes, you got to revert back to the old school style of the way we play the game. Just put your head down and stop me if you can.
To Rubio. Favors. Fires the three. And Patterson grabs the rebound. Westbrook with the basketball. His team leads it by 10. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Going to launch beyond the arc. It's Jazz ball. To Rubio. 4-3. Can't get the bounce. Probing the defense. Westbrook into the front court. The advantage is 13 points. Looking for his man. Throws it down off the alley-oop pass.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, the basketball gods will 100% reward you.
George. Off the iron. No good. Mitchell with it up top. His guy's down 11. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
I don't know if a body on him would have prevented that bucket, but it at least would have let him know that you were there.
Westbrook into the front court. It's a 9-point lead. Westbrook. And the rebound taken down by Mitchell. Favors to Gobert. Stuffs it down with authority.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
OKC ball. Fires the 3. That's how you defend.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Oh, not a good pass there as it's stolen by Utah.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Short jumper stays out.
See, when good shooters catch, they just shoot. When bad shooters catch, they become hesitant, reluctant. That's the first sign of a guy that doesn't have confidence.
Rubio. He still can't find his range from deep. It's no good. It's Russ at the controls. And that's rejected by Gobert. The stifle tower.
Just incredible timing on that swap.
Not going to have it this time. And his foot was on the line. It's going the other way. Billy Donovan making some moves at this point in the game. Felton into the front court. Leads 3. Knocked loose. Jazz have it. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ricky's never really been the guy to look for his shot first, though he did average a career high in points per game last season, and it all starts with that blow-by first step that sets up his opponent.
To Gobert. Rubio. From long range, and Patterson grabs the rebound. Nice pass to set things up.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Gets it in the right corner. For 3. Not that time. To Rubio. Favors. Mitchell. And that's rebounded by the Thunder. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Favors. Lets it fly from long range. He took the bait, and he hits. The Thunder have the possession. Here's a chance from long range. They dared him, and he burns them.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
To Favors. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Thunder. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Misfires. It's no good. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Rubio into the front court. The deficit now up to 5. Rubio. And he's fouled. Couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
No. I'll tell you, the team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
Off the mark on the first free throw. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Thunder with the basketball. Beyond the arc for 3. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Here's Rubio up top. His guys trail now by 4. To Rubio. Ferguson slams it down.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Fires the 3. And the Jazz have it. They've cleared the rebound. To Rubio. Now pass taken away by the Thunder.
You better get back on D. This thing is not over.
Flushes down the slam. Jay, they make it look so easy.
Yeah, but it's really not that easy. And as a passer, if your pass is just a fraction too early or a fraction too late, that throws the whole play off. The timing of this has to be impeccable.
Oklahoma City's got it. Going to launch beyond the arc. Now that's a contest.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
4-3. Great defense, forcing the miss. Rises for the slam.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Inside, he scores.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there. To Rubio. Has a look. Yes, tough shot. It's got to go up to go in.
You see, the savvy players, they can create contact. They can throw their arms into you, even their bodies into you, and as soon as the refs blow the whistle once or twice and you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want.
Big finish at the rim. The Thunder will use a timeout as they dig into their bag of tricks, trying to draw up the game winner. To adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. That misses with a second to go. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. All right, here we go. Favors. To Gobert. Slams it down.
The true measure of Rudy Gobert comes on the defensive end. He was all-NBA defensive first team and was tied for the lowest opponent field goal percentage at 43%. You ain't getting by that.
And a putback slam. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a T.
To Favors. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
To George. Fires the three. Gobert with the rebound. Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal. George cleans it up. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
See, these are the type of opportunities the defense doesn't take advantage of. When that guy went up for that dunk, he cradled the ball to gain momentum. As soon as he brings that ball back to you in the cradle, you have to have active hands, get in there, strip that ball away.
Here's Westbrook controlling the offense. Rubio. And count the basket inside.
He's been doing this for years, the physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Rubio. To Gobert. Shot from the lane won't go.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
Oh, emphatic slam.
You see, Ed, that's the problem. When you have guys on the perimeter that can shoot the basketball defensively, you're taught to hedge at the driver and then stay home, which leaves the lane wide open for great jams like that.
And a whistle.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Jazz have the ball. Rubio, great feed, sets it up. Favors can't get it to go.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Now pass taken away by the Thunder. Adams to Paul George. From long range. Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him. Here's Rubio into the front court. 2-point advantage. For three. Tough shot for Joe Ingles. No good. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for two.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Oops, he missed the first one. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. To Joe Ingles. Gobert. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Oklahoma City ball. Schroeder. Not done yet. Oh, working hard there. Collects the rebound and gets it back up for the slam.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Joe Ingles to Rubio. That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Dennis Schroeder. And the rebound comes down to Utah. Favors to Rubio. Lets it fly from long range. That's off the side of the rim, short.